What is up, everyone? Welcome to Monday. I'm going to play the first quarter of a 1989 football game here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Pittsburgh won this game in real life 23-3. I took a look at the box scores. Very strange. Rodney Peete started this game for Detroit. Went 15-30 for some yards and an interception. And then Bob Galliano, who I think got married the week before, because I think if I watched the week 3 game, they were talking about how he was getting married the next day. Maybe it was a Thursday game. Came into the game and was awful after that, because he is awful. And Pittsburgh won this game 23-3. Barry Sanders had 5 carries for 1 yard in this game. And I found it on YouTube, and I was watching it, trying to see if he got hurt or something. He had 5 carries for 1 yard. It's weird. So I pulled up the box score here. And if I scroll, you hear Bubby Brister had a pretty good game, but Barry Sanders right here, 5 carries for 1 yard. Very strange. So Pete played 15-30. Galliano played 4. He went 4 for 16. So maybe I'll bring Galliano in the fourth quarter if the game seems like it's getting away from Detroit or Pete's bad, something like that. Maybe I'll bring Galliano in. But I'm not going to play with Barry Sanders getting 5 carries. Like, I don't know why he did. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to play with the players I have. We're going to do it that way. So I'm also going to keep this light. I have a ring light right here that I usually turn on. I'm going to leave it off. Seems like I get a bit of a glare right up here. And I'm going to turn it off. We're going to see how the video is. I'm going to keep it off. We'll see how the video is. I think I got enough light in here. I think we're okay. And we'll take it from there. So before I do, I want to talk about the History Maker golf game that I played over the weekend. I had a lot of fun with it. It was really, really fun. I had so many audio problems recording the second half yesterday, but the way I recorded it probably isn't going to work anyway going forward. I'm going to have to record it in like multiple videos, maybe 4 videos, maybe even 5 videos, and just kind of post them as I go, because I can't do a video that's like 3-4 hours long of golf. I think it gets repetitive after a while and maybe kind of boring. So what I'm probably going to do, I've seen people on YouTube break it up into where they're playing like holes 1 through 3. Holes 4 through 6. I don't want to do that, but I want to do something similar. So you're going to see the golf game again. I really, really enjoyed it. I actually went yesterday after I finished my match, and I learned some things. I learned some things I was doing wrong in terms of going to the short game chart. I wasn't doing that right. The way that I was rolling for gimme pars versus gimme birdies, I was doing that incorrect. So I learned a little bit yesterday about how to play, which you didn't see because I didn't post it. There was no sound on most of the video. But I went after yesterday. I got everything done, created my little spreadsheet. In fact, here, I can pull that up right now if you want to see it. Created my spreadsheet, and let's see right here. And had a winner declared. So Rory, I thought Scotty Scheffler actually won, but in reality, Rory won. I had to do a 3-hole playoff a little while ago because I added everything wrong. And I had 3 guys, Russell Henley, Rory, and Scheffler, all at 268 at the end of 18 holes. And so I had to go in then and give Scheffler the win. So I'm doing it the point system that Play suggests. I'm not going to use the app, even though it's a really nice looking app. I'm not going to use it. You give 10 points for the winner, 7 points for second, 3 points for third, and then you just go down all the people that like made the cut but were in the cards, like the A, the B, the C, the D. You give them a certain amount of points, and you can keep a point system. So anyway, I went yesterday after I was done and actually bought more stuff from Play for the golf game. I bought the golf mat, I bought 4 more courses, and I bought the book that shows you how to create courses. I'm gonna try to play a whole maybe 30 weeks or so over the next few years, however long it takes me, of a season with this thing and just see what happens. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So, all right, enough blabber. Let's get to the football. We got 1989 game between Pittsburgh and Detroit. This is at Detroit. Rodney Peete, he's a rookie. First start of the year is this one here. Barry Sanders obviously is a rookie this year. I saw a lot of drop passes in the quarter and a half or so that I watched on YouTube this afternoon. So let's get it going here. I've already flipped the coin. Detroit is going to kick off, and it will be Eddie Murray kicking off for Detroit. And back to deep will be Rod Woodson. He's their OA and their TA. So you'll hear a lot of Rod Woodson on returns today. And it is a 65 for Murray. And that is a 35. Yep. 35 is 5509, but we already have a TL. We already have a penalty. So let's check the penalty. And a 32 is a 34, and that is unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. And the offense is the receiving team. And let's see. So let's check the return. So this was, what was this? 5609 TL. So let's check Woodson's return. And it's a 22. 22 is a 7. He actually gets a really good return of 39 yards. So they're going to go ahead and take the penalty. And they're going to kick again from the 50. So let's go penalty. 15 yards on Pittsburgh. And it'll be it'll be unsportsmanlike. Is that what it was? 34? Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. And we'll go here. We'll hit continue. 15 seconds. All right, so now they're gonna kick off from the 50. So we got another kickoff here. So again, Eddie Murray, a 22. Is that a 25? Oh, it's a 39. 39 is 67 yards. So that's gonna go way out of the end zone, and Pittsburgh's gonna start 1st and 10 after all that mess on their own 20-yard line. They bring out Bubby Brister. And here, all right. So let's see. Let's talk about the teams here. Both teams are +2 on defense. So I just have the one defensive card. I'm going to use it for every play. Let's see. Pittsburgh has 2 A receivers in Lewis Lips and Rodney Carter. They have a lot of running backs here, including Lewis Lips, who can run kind of a jet sweep once in a while. So we have 3, and so can Dwight Stone actually. So we got six running backs. And then you got an offense that's a 33, so they're an average of 3, that's just average. Let's see. Anything else we care about? No. I'll get to the defense here in a little while. All right, on the offense for Detroit, 2 A receivers also, Richard Johnson, Robert Clark. They have 3 guys that run the ball, but Barry Sanders is going to run the ball 5-6 of the time. That's a lot. So, and then on offense, they're 34. On defense, they have, a couple guys that are 4s, but other than that, they're pretty average. And nothing exciting here with the sacks and interceptions. I did reverse sacks and interceptions. Sacks are usually over here, so I got to watch that when I play. And all right, let's go to Pittsburgh here. They're going to start 1st and 10 on their own 20. And they're going to start with a short pass. So Bubby, he's going to go back and throw it. And we get a 54. 54 is going to be Tim Worley, the running back. He's a C. And 24 is going to be a BS. So it's going to be a CS for Brister to Worley. A 23 for Bubby. That's a 30. And he's going to get sacked. And he'll lose 10 yards on the sack. Wow, that's a big play. Jeez. So Brister, -10. And getting the sack for Detroit is Mike Kofer, who I believe is their leading sack guy. And that'll be 30. It's going to be 2nd down and 20. Back at the 10 now for Pittsburgh. I don't like not having this. I'm going to turn this light on. I don't like not having it. It kind of brightens up. I know there's a glare right here, but we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, so it's 2nd and 20. Let's go short pass heavy here. And we'll get a short pass. And we're at the 10. So I'm going to back this up. Okay. All right, we got a 15. 15 is going to be Lewis Lips. He's an A. But 55, that'll be an AD. Yeah, that'll be an AD. So Brister looking for Lewis Lips. A 42. It's an 11. It'll be caught. Oh, he'll get 13 yards on the completion. So Brister gets more than half of it back. He finds Lewis Lips for 13. And it's going to be 3rd and 7. We'll go short pass heavy again. And we'll get another short pass. So 3 straight passes here for Pittsburgh to open the game. 61. 61 is going to be Warren Williams, the running back. He started this game, Warren Williams did, according to what I saw on the YouTube. I'm not sure why. They kept saying, they did say Tim Worley might have had turf toe during this game. So Williams is a C. He was suited up. They thought he might play, so maybe he came in later and I missed it. And the defense is a 24. The 24 is a BS, so it'll be a CS. It's going to be Brister to Warren Williams. 61. That's a 15, and that is just incomplete. And Pittsburgh's going to go 3 and out on their first drive. And it's 4th and 7. Bring out Harry Newsome to do the punting. 42 for Newsome. That'll be a 6. And that'll be a 48-yard punt taken by D10. And that's going to be Mel Gray. No, it's going to be Walter Stanley. So punt, 48. So he gets off a good punt. Taken at the 29 by Stanley. A 51 is an 8. And Stanley's going to bust through for 20 yards. And Detroit's going to start 1st and 10 on their own, 49. All right, 1st and 10. So we're going to bring out the Lions. Now go back to Pittsburgh's defense here. Again, nothing real special, except they do have 3 guys that are 4s. Woodson, Greg Lloyd, and David Little. I know Tim Johnson's a rookie. I saw him talk about that on the thing. We got some guys getting sacks, and then you got your interceptions here. So pretty basic. Let's go to Detroit. And we'll start standard offense. And we'll get a medium pass. So Rodney Peete, his first NFL pass is going to be medium. And 32 on the defense is going to be a CG. And 63, that's going to be Walter Stanley. He's a B, so we'll stay at CG. And we're going to go... Oh, that's all right. One more. There it is. So we'll go Rodney Peete looking for Walter Stanley against a CG. And it's a 41, and oh, he's gonna run. I thought is that 26? Yeah, Rodney Peete is gonna take off and run here on his first pass attempt. In the game I watched, he did that a lot. He had to. Their offensive line was not great. So Peete against a CG, a 41 again. That's a 28. He's gonna lose yards. He'll lose 7 yards on the play. So Rodney Peete. Technically, I could call that a sack, but I quit doing that. I'm just going to call it a run play for -7. And it's going to be 2nd down. So both teams on their first play dropping back and losing a bunch of yards, making it tough to get that 1st down. Let's go short pass heavy. And we'll get a short pass. Detroit played that run and shoot that year with Barry Sanders back there. And in the game I watched, the first 2 drives, they didn't give him the ball once. And it was like, well, he's the best player in football. I know he's a rookie. We're 4 games in. But why are you not giving him the ball? All right, 43 on your receiver. No, your defense. That'll be a CG. And then 35, that's Robert Clark. He's an A. So we'll make it a BG. So Peete to Robert Clark. Oh, a 33 for Peete. That's a 4. He'll complete it, and he'll get 25 yards on the completion. So Rodney Peete finds Robert Clark for, 1st down +8. So 25 yards. And Detroit, who did score first in this game, they put a field goal on the board and then never scored again. But we will go 1st and 10 now, down to Pittsburgh's 33. And it's a 10. It's going to be an outside run. And it will be, barely. Barry Sanders is 11-61. We rolled a 61, so we'll be Sanders. 25. 25 is an AG. So Sanders on the outside run. 26. And it looks like Sanders only goes inside. He's got single-digit even numbers at 22 and 44. That's strange. He has a 15 and 55. I wonder why he has those 2. So I got to run him inside. I mean, they're not bad, but I got to run him inside whenever he gets called. Yeah, that's right. So Sanders against, what was our defense? 25? It's an AG, yeah. So against an AG, so I rolled a 26. That's a 24. And he will get 2 yards on the run. So Sanders for 2. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 now. Pittsburgh 31. And we'll go standard again. And we'll get an inside run this time. So we'll go Barry. Or we'll go inside. And we will go Barry. I think he's going to get most of the carries. He gets, of the 36 possible dice rolls, he has 31 of them. So whatever that works out mathematically, he's going to get that percentage. All right, so we got Sanders. 53 is going to be a CS. So Sanders against the CS. A 16, that's a 26. And he'll get 1. So Barry gets 1. And that'll make it 3rd and 7. We'll go short pass heavy here. And they'll get a short pass. And a 44 on the defense. Oh, Pittsburgh's defense waiting for it. So 44. Hold on, I'm just putting something on my television. 51. 51 is going to be Troy Johnson. They have such nondescript names. Robert Clark, Richard Johnson, Troy Johnson, Jason Phillips, Walter Stanley. Nothing stands up. This is Troy Johnson. He's an EB2, C1. Not much of a receiver for them. 44 is a BD. We're going to make this a CD. And it's going to be... Oh, short pass. Wait, where are we at? Whoa. We are here, right? 10 to 30? Yeah. That's a short pass against a CD. And, all right, so Pete looking for Troy Johnson. The 13, that's a 17, and that'll be incomplete. And it will be 4th down. And they're going to try that field goal. Now, this one's a little bit longer than what he had to deal with in the real game. But we'll try that first. So Pete to Troy Johnson. Yeah, Troy, there you are. Incomplete. Bring out Eddie Murray. It's a 47-yard field goal try for Murray. Pretty good kicker. I think he's got a chance here. A 12 is probably not going to do it, though. A 12 is a 19. Well, 19 is usually good, but maybe not this time. Yeah, it's 28 good, and he's at the... Oh, wait, no, 30. Oh, yeah, it's no good. That would have been good in the second quarter, but it's no good in the first quarter. So it's going to be no scoring there for Detroit. So Murray's going to barely miss a 47-yard field goal. And Pittsburgh's going to take over 1st and 10 now on the 37, on their own 37. And they're going to start with an inside run. All right, a 35 and a 24. So 24 on defense is a BS, and 35 is that Tim Worley? No, it's Merrill Hodge. So Merrill Hodge against a BS. Does he run in? Yeah, he does. So Merrill Hodge against a BS. A 23 for Hodge. Small straights are the devil. It's a 29. He's going backwards. And he'll lose. Oh, he'll lose just a yard. Not bad. Just a loss of a yard. And it is going to be 2nd down and 11 now at the 36. Let's go short pass heavy. And we'll get a short pass. Okay. 34. 34 is Mike Malarkey. He's a tight end. He's a B. 23 is not going to be great. 23 is a CG. So Malarkey against a CG from Bubby. A 14. 14's a 35. It's going to be complete for 5 yards, but we have a penalty. We have a TH. Let's check it. 15. That's going to be on the defense. It's roughing the quarterback. 15 yards and an automatic 1st down. And Pittsburgh will gladly take that one. Oops, cancel. Penalty. 15. Automatic first down. Roughing Bubby. Roughing the Brister. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Pittsburgh. They're going to cross the 50. They're going to get to Detroit's 49. They'll start there. They're going to come out and go with an inside run. All right, a 24. That's going to be Worley. Tim Worley with his turf toe. A 24 on defense is going to be a BS. So Worley against a BS. A 35. He'll get a 17. He'll pick up 7 yards. Tim Worley, nice little run there on his first carry of the game. It's going to be 2nd and 3. And we'll go standard again. We're going to get another inside run. A 23, back to Tim Worley. 2 in a row. Back to 24 on the defense. So we're staying at BS. And Worley, a 46 this time. That's a 24. And he'll get 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 now for Tim Worley, or for the Pittsburgh. Let's go standard here because I think you can get this with a running play too. And it's going to be another inside run. 65. Who is 65? That is Rodney Carter. That's their number 1 receiver in terms of catches going into this game in real life. I guess I don't know about in my APBA because I just haven't looked. But 52. 52 is a CD. So Detroit expecting a pass here. They're going to get Rodney Carter up the middle. 65 for Carter. That's a 24. And he'll pick up 1. And it's going to be 4th down and 1. Man, I feel like you got to go for this. From where you are on the field, you're not kicking a 57-yard field goal. But I feel like you got to go for this. So let's do that. Let's go big. Let's bring in all the fat guys. Pittsburgh will go for it on 4th and 1. And they're going to go ahead and inside run it. And it's going to be Worley. Probably their best option. 53. 53 is a CS. Oh, so that 24 is not going to do it. All right, so here we go. Let's roll it. A 34, and we're going to have a penalty. He'll get, he's going to fumble. We have an F24 TE. So let's check the TE first. 11, that's going to be on the defense. That's huge. That's unnecessary roughness. Defense, 15 from the game. So let's check the fumble now. F24. So the first thing I got to do is, did the fumble actually happen? F24. And it did not. So now let's check the F24 for the result of the play. This is 15 yards from the gain. 26. And he's actually going to lose 3 yards. So they will take the penalty. I don't think you take it from the 3-yard loss. I think you just take it from the line of scrimmage in this case. I could be wrong about that. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Detroit. This is going to be unnecessary roughness on 4th and 1. Lots of stuff. The ball's bouncing everywhere. The flags are flying. And in the end, Pittsburgh is going to get 1st and 10 at the Detroit 25-yard line. And we'll go back to a standard offense. Actually, in the game I watched, there was a fight. So this seems about right, too. So nice job, APBA. All right, we got a 12. 12's a short pass. $46. 46 is Derek Hill. He's a B. 12 is going to be a CG. So Derek Hill from Bubby. A 31, that's going to be complete. And he'll pick up 8 yards. So Brister hits Derek Hill for 8. And that'll make it 2nd and 2 down to the 17-yard line. And we'll go standard again. And it's going to be a short pass this time. All right, a 43 and a 63. The defensive rolls have not been good today. That's going to be a BG. 43 is it's Merrill Hodge. He's a B. So stay at BG. Brister to Hodge. Oh, a 12. And he's going to get sacked again. And this time he'll lose just 3 yards. So Brister -3. Let's see who got him this time. 61. I think it's Kofor again, isn't it? Yeah, it's Mike Kofor. His second sack of the game. Somebody ought to think about blocking him. And that'll make it 3rd down and 5 now for Pittsburgh. All right, so let's go short pass heavy here. And we'll get a medium pass. Do I have medium pass? Yes, I do. So we'll get a medium pass. All right, a 15. That'll be Lewis Lips. He's an A. 46. 46 is an AS. Make it a BS. I'm sorry, 46 is BS. Make it an AS is what I meant to say. So it's an AS. So Brister looking for Lewis Lips. 26 is an 18, and that is going to be incomplete. In Pittsburgh, 4th and 5. Going to bring out, is it Gary Anderson? Yeah, bring out Gary Anderson to try the field goal. This will be a 37-yard field goal, much better than the 47-yarder that Eddie Murray just has. This is a 37-yarder. So Anderson, 61. That's a 19. And it is going to be good. Good from 26 in, and he's at the 20. So Pittsburgh on the scoreboard first. Takes a 3-0 lead. Gary Anderson, 37-yard field goal. And let's go ahead and bring out Gary Anderson to kick off. 52. 2's a 20. And it'll go 67-09. It'll be 2 yards deep, and we'll roll the dice. So 67. And we're going to go 1 through 12 is going to be a touchback. And it's a touchback. So Mel Gray will take a knee. It's 1st and 10 at the 20 now for Detroit. All right. We got 6:45 to go in the first quarter. And it's going to be an outside run. Let's see who it is first. Because if it's Barry, and it is Barry, we're going to make it an inside run. So 43 on the defense. And that'll be CD. A 41 for Sanders is a 20, 26. Oh man, 26. He'll get 2. So Sanders has like 3 carries for like 5 yards, so maybe the game got this one right. And it's 2nd down. Whoa. All right, 15. There goes short pass here. All right, a 25 on defense. That is an A. D, a 66 for your ball carrier. That is Walter Stanley. He's a B. So 25 was what, an AD? Yeah, so make it an AD. And Pete looking for Walter Stanley. Oh, a 22. Pete's going to find him. That'll be complete. He'll get 15. No, he'll get 13. He'll get 13 yards. So Pete to Stanley for 13. That's a 1st down. All right, 1st and 10 up to the 35. 5:45 to go. And we're going to go inside run. And we got doubles galore. 55 on your defense. 66 is Carl Painter. He's a halfback too. I guess Barry needs a rest from averaging 1.3 yards a carry. And Painter against an, is it a B or an A? It'll be an AG. So Carl Painter. A 66 for Painter. Oh my, for Barry, that's probably a touchdown. That's going to be a 15, and he'll get 14 yards. What poor timing. All right, 1st and 10 up to the 49-yard line. 5:15 to go. All right, we have an outside run. It'll probably turn into an inside run. And we have a 23, so that is going to be Barry. And a 53. So that'll be an inside run against a CS. All right, so Sanders. A 56 this time. That's 25. That's no gain. So Barry, he's not Carl Painter, I'll tell you that right now. Whoops. All right, 2nd and 10, 49-yard line. Oh my God, these dice. These dice just want to roll everywhere. Almost hurt myself that time. All right, here we go. All right, 13. That's a short pass. All right, 24 and a 43. 43 is Barry Sanders. He's a C. 24 is BS, so make it a CS. So Pete going to dump it off to Barry. 54. Oh, we're going to have flags flying. It's going to be 14 yards and a 1st down, but we have a penalty. So let's check that penalty. A 64. That'll be a 5. That is grasping a face mask on the defense. 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. And they're going to decline that. And they're going to take the 14-yard completion. So Pete to Sanders for 14. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 37. All right, it's an inside run. $46. Oh, we got a little palindrome action. We got a 46, and we got a 64. Oh, so 64. That's going to be Tony Page, the fullback. 46 is a BS. So Tony Page is going to get a carry now. A 33. Boy, we're rolling the bad numbers, or the good numbers when it's not Sanders. 33 is a 4, and he'll get 10 yards. That'll be another 1st down. All right, 1st and 10 down to the 27 now. And they're going to go outside run. $26 and 41. So that's Sanders. So we'll flip the inside. 26 is BS. And Barry Sanders on the outside run, or inside run, a 43. And there's a 34, and Barry Sanders is going to put the ball on the ground. But we got to test it first. So 1 through 4, and the F22 counts. Everything else, it doesn't count. And the fumble, oh, it's leaning. I don't like leaners. And it will not count. All right, so F22. We're going to use that to get the result of the play. $23. And it is a 7-yard gain for Barry Sanders, which would have been recovered by the offense anyway. And it is going to be 2nd down and 3 now, down to the 20. 3:15 to go. And there we go, medium pass. Do we have that? Yes, we do. So medium pass. And it will be a defense will be an AD. 31 is Tony Page, the fullback. Make it a BD. And he's going to dump off this medium pass attempt to the fullback. 25, is it complete? Yeah, it's going to be complete. He'll pick up 10 yards. Another first down. So Pete, giving the offense a little spark here. All right. 2:45 to go. First and goal at the 10 for Detroit. And we're going to start with an inside run. All right, 12 on defense. A 12 is not great. It's a CD. 56 is Sanders. Sanders against a CD. 33. That's a K column. 15. And that's a 2. And he is gone for the touchdown. And Barry Sanders breaks through the line finally. Gets into the end zone. And Detroit is going to take a 6-3 lead. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Extra point is... That's good. A 19 is always good. Well, 19 on an easy one is always good. So that's going to be good. So Detroit goes up 7-0 on the 80-yard drive. And they will kick off. Bring out Eddie Murray. 35. 35 is a 5. That's going to go 5 yards deep into the end zone, and Pittsburgh will take a knee on that one. All right. So that would have been, who is that? Woodson. All right, 1st and 10 at the 20 for Pittsburgh. 2.5 to go in this first quarter. All right, it's going to be a short pass. So Bubby going to try to throw his way back into this into the lead here. All right, a 55, and a 16. 16 is going to be AS. 55 for Pittsburgh is Tim Worley. He's a C, so make it a BS. So Brister to Worley. 43. It's a 31, and we have an incomplete pass, but we have a penalty. I thought there might be a rare play there, but we have a penalty. 46, that's going to be holding on the offense. It's going to push them back 10. It'll be 1st and 20 now, back at the 10-yard line. Short pass heavy. And we're going to get a medium pass. So Brister looking for a medium pass on 1st and 20. All right, 36. That'll be Merrill Hodge. He's a C on medium passes. And 46 is a BS, so make it a CS. So Brister to Hodge. 13. 13 is a 14, and it's incomplete. So Brister can't find Hodge. Make it 2nd down and 20. And they're going to go inside. Or we're going to short pass, actually. Let's go short pass here. 2nd and 20. All right. And 11, that'll be Lewis Lips. He's an A. 43, that's a CG. Make it a BG. And Brister to Lewis Lips. 25, that'll be complete. And he'll get 15 yards and get knocked out of bounds. So we got most of it back. Still 3rd and 5. At the 25. We'll go short pass heavy here. And it will be another medium pass. Back to Lewis Lips. He's an A. 13 is a CS. Make it a BS. And Brister to Lips. 14 That's going to be complete for 6. It'll be a first down, but we have penalties. We have a TH. So let's check it. 24. And that is going to be intentional grounding, but that is waved off when the pass is complete. So it's going to be a 6-yard completion to Lewis Lips, and that'll be a first down. And it's 1st and 10 to the 31. So Pittsburgh digs out of that 1st and 20 hole, and they're going to go outside run. $26. That'll be Tim Worley. 25. 25 is AG. So Tim Worley on the outside run. A 46. That's a 24. It's a gain of 1. We are down to 45 seconds now left in this first quarter. And it's going to be 2nd and 9. And we'll go short pass heavy. And we'll get a medium pass. So Brister, 4-7 for 42 so far. Not bad. Not a bad start. And 61. 61 is going to be Warren Williams, the running back. He's a C. 33 is going to stay C. That's a BD, but he's going to stay C. So CD, medium pass. Brister to Warren Williams. Oh, 45. That's probably incomplete. 16. Yeah, it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 9. And make it 3rd and 9 to 32. All right, on short pass heavy, we get another short pass. Okay, a 33. That'll be Mike Malarkey. He's a B. 14 is not good. That's a BG. So Brister to Malarkey on a BG. A 56. It's a 20. It's incomplete. Pittsburgh's going to have to punt it away. And we'll go Mike Malarkey. Where are you at, Malarkey? There you are. And this is going to be the last play of the first quarter. 15 seconds left to go here. Bring out Harry Newsome. A 54. And we're going to have a penalty. It's a 36. And that's a 24-yard punt down. But we have a TZ. 44. That could be on the defense. TZ 25. That is going to be running into the kicker. And that is a 5-yard penalty, but that is not an automatic first down. So that's going to make it 4th and 4. They're definitely going to take the penalty there because it was a 24-yard punt. So we'll take that and we'll go 5 yards. That'll be roughing the kicker. That'll be running into the kicker. Back then they didn't have nowadays they only have roughing the kicker. And back then they had running into and roughing, which I always thought was weird. So at the end of the first quarter, Detroit leads 7-3. Pittsburgh's punting again here. 4th and 4 to 37. And we get a 13 this time. 13 is an 8. And that is a 41-yard punt taken by D10. It's a pretty good kick by Newsome. Back at the 22-yard line. And that'll be Walter Stanley. A 44. Another good return for him. Oh, another good return. That's going to be 27 yards for Walter Stanley. And they're going to start 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. And let's keep going a little bit longer here. I got something I got to do in about an hour and a half, and I still got to eat dinner. We can go a little bit longer here. And we're going to go short pass for Detroit. Starting at their own 49. They have a pretty good field position in this game compared to Pittsburgh. 54 in the defense is an AG. And 61 for Detroit. That'll be Jason Phillips. So it's going to stay AG. He's a B, so it'll stay AG. So Pete to Jason Phillips, 35. That'll be complete. And he'll get 13 yards. So Rodney Peete gets him into Pittsburgh territory for 13. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now on the Pittsburgh 38. And we'll go short pass again. Look at that thing spin. 31, 32. 32 is going to be CG. And 13 is going to be Richard Johnson. I haven't said his name yet. He's their number one receiver. He has 8 of the 36 dice rolls, but that's his first target right there. And he's an A. So we're going to go BG. So Pete looking for Richard Johnson. A 45. Ooh, that's tough. That's going to be incomplete. No, that'll be complete. And he'll actually get 4 yards on it. So Dick Johnson's going to get 14 on the reception. And it'll be second down and 6. Standard. And we'll get another pass. We'll get another short pass. All right, a 32 this time. It's going to be Richard Johnson again. He's an A, and it's going to be against a BG again. I think I just rolled the same stuff I just rolled. So Pete to Johnson. 63 is always yucky. 34, we have a fumble. We have an F36. Let's check it. So again, 1 through 4 in the fumble counts. And it is a 5. It just barely counts. It doesn't count. So we have an F36. So we'll use the result of that to resolve the play. F36. And it's a 43. Oh, and he is going to lose 2 yards. We'll call it a completed pass, but he'll lose 2 yards on the reception. So it's going to be Richard Johnson. It's going to be a -2. And that's going to make it 3rd and 8 now, back at the 36 for Detroit. And let's go short pass, Eddie. And we'll get a short pass. All right, a 43. 43 is a CG. 36 is Robert Clark. Make it a BG. And Pete looking for Robert Clark. 26, he will not find him. And that's going to be incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And you got to kick a field goal here. It's a long field goal. You can't punt from here. Can you? No, that was Walter Stanley. And it's going to be 4th and 8 from the 36. You can't go for it. I think you got to go for a field goal here. It's a 53-yarder. Eddie Murray can kick a 53-yarder. Let's see. Here we go. So Eddie Murray comes out, try a long field goal. 51. Oh, it's got a chance. And it is no good. It just came up short. Almost there. But it's no good. So Pittsburgh's going to take over with pretty good field position. They'll take it 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. Down 7-3. And they're going to start with the short pass. All right, a 33. That's going to be Mike Malarkey. He's a B. 53. That'll be a CS. So Brister to Malarkey. A 45. 45 is incomplete. 16. Yeah, it's incomplete. 45 seems like it should be a good number because it's like a 5 at the end, because 15 is good, 25 is good, 35 is good, 55 is obviously good. But 45 for some reason is not a good number. I don't know why. It's like an average boring number. So that was Malarkey. It's incomplete. That's going to make it 2nd and 10. And let's go let's go standard. That'll be an outside run. All right, we get a 42. That'll be, is that Tim Worley? No, that's going to be Merrill Hodge. 54. 54 is not great. That's an AD. Ooh, that's the kind of thing you want to run against. So Merrill Hodge is going to run the ball against an AD. He's going to take a pitch. See if he can find the corner. And he does not. 32 is a 26. He'll actually pick up 1 on the run. That's going to be 3rd down at the 44. And we'll go short pass heavy here. And it's going to be a short pass. All right, a 44. So the defense is ready for it. It's a BD. 42. Oh, wait a minute. I did that wrong. 42 is actually going to be a CS. And then 44 for Pittsburgh is Derek Hill. He's a B, so we'll stay at CS. And we're going to go Brister to Derek Hill. A 45 again. And that's going to be no good. Incomplete. So Brister started off okay, but he hasn't done much since then. He's down to 4 for 11. He was 4 for 7 at one point. He's missed the last 4. And let's bring out Harry Newsom to punt it away. 4th and 9. It's a 54. We're going to have another penalty. 36. Pretty much the same thing, right? Punt. Same place. And this is actually going to be a 44-yard punt, and it's down, but we have a TZ. Let's check it. Oh, that'll be on the defense. 24. That is roughing the kicker. And that is 15 yards and an automatic first down, but it has a double asterisk. Let me just check that real quick. Double asterisk. Disregard on block kicks or when the snap is fumbled. Okay, so it wasn't. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty on Detroit. That's going to put Pittsburgh inside Detroit territory. So 15 yards, automatic first down, roughing the kicker. Boom. So they smacked into Harry Newsom. All right, 1st and 10 at Detroit 41 now. 11 and a half to go. And Pittsburgh with a short pass. They break Bubby out of this streak. Look at all those ones. It's going to be Lewis Lips. And it's going to be against a BS, making an AS. So Brister to Lewis Lips. A 52. Is he going to scramble? Oh, he's sacked. He's going to lose 3. That's the Detroit 3rd sack of the game right there. Let's see if it's Mike Kofer again. Oh, I don't think it is. It's going to be Jerry Ball, who had 4 sacks in week 1 of my season. I don't know what he's gotten since then. I know he had 4 sacks in week 1. All right, 2nd and 13, back at the 44 now. Short pass heavy. And it's going to be a short pass. And 56. 56 is going to be Warren Williams, the running back. Oh, 63. Yuck. 63 is a BG. Williams is a C, so it's a CG. It's going to go Brister to Warren Williams. Oh, a 62. Man, these dice rolls are really bad right now. 19. It's going to be incomplete. And we got 3rd and 13. We'll go medium pass heavy for Pittsburgh. And it's an 11. That'll be a medium pass. All right, we have a 12. That'll be Lewis Lips. 63 again. Yuck. That's going to turn that BG into an AG this time. So we're going to go Brister to Lips against an AG. A 31. That'll be complete. And that will be 13 yards. He'll get pushed out of bounds right at the stick. And it's going to be a first down. All right, 1st and 10 on the 31 now for Pittsburgh. Trying to retake that lead. And we're going to go inside run this time. All right, a 63 this time. That's going to be Warren Williams. My poor dog wants to go outside so bad right now. Hold on. 56. Let me let him out. Hang on. You'll hear him barking and screaming. Come on, Max. Go. Go. I don't know what he possibly saw out there, but he desperately wants to bark at it. All right, so 63 is Warren Williams. 56 on your defense is an AS. So Warren Williams against an AS. That's another 63. That's just terrible. That's a 31, and we have a 2-yard run, but we have a penalty. We have a TE. 62. And that'll be encroachment on the defense, and they'll happily take that penalty. So the Lions with their 5th penalty now in this first half. And that is encroachment. And it's going to be 1st and 5 now, down to the 26. And Pittsburgh's going to go inside run. And flip our boards. All right, so we have an inside run. And it's going to be Tim Worley. 44 on the defense. The defense is looking for it. It's a BG. So Worley up the middle. A 34. Small straights aplenty. It's going to be another penalty. He'll lose 2 yards, but we have a TE. And a 56 is going to be 10. That is illegal motion on the offense, and Detroit will take that one. So the penalties are coming fast right now. So illegal motion. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now on the Detroit 31. All that to go get back to 1st and 10. And we're going to have a medium pass now from Brister. $33 is Mike Mularkey. He's a C on medium passes. 46 is a BS. Make it a CS. Brister to Mularkey. Boom. 66. That's a 3. That's going to be good for 30 yards. He'll get pushed out of bounds at the 1 yard line. So Brister to Mularkey for 30. And he gets nailed. But it's going to be 1st and goal with the 1 for Pittsburgh. And let's bring in, let's go big here. Bring in all the fat guys. And Brister's going to go, we're going to pitch it here. We're going to outside run. All right, 36, that's going to be Merrill Hodge. 51 is AG. Oops, so Merrill Hodge against an AG. A 62. That's a 24, and he'll lose a yard. So Merrill Hodge is going to go backwards. Let's go standard here. Let's get Brister into the game. He's 6 of 14. It's going to be an inside run. All right, a 33. That'll be Worley. 54. 54 is an A, D. Yikes. So they're going to Detroit's going into a passing defense here. So Worley on the inside run. A 35. That might do it. 17. And he is going to bust through the line. He'll break into the end zone for a touchdown. And Pittsburgh retakes the lead. Make it 9-7. Let's bring in Gary Anderson. 34. We're going to have another penalty. 35. That's a good TM. 14. That'll be on the offense, I'm sure. 11. Illegal substitution on the offense. So on the extra point, Pittsburgh commits a penalty. Is illegal. There it is. And there's no time on an extra point. So it's going to be 7 yards now. So we'll look at the actual field goal 0 to 9 column to determine the extra point. 53. That's an interesting roll. That's a 19, and that'll be good. Yeah, so it's going to be 10-7 Pittsburgh. 9 minutes to go. Gary Anderson. And it's going to be kicking off. Gary Anderson now kicking off. And let's see. So, a 42. 42 is a 2. And it's going to be a 68-09. So it's 3 yards deep into the end zone. So what I'll do is roll for it. See if Mel Gray, is it Mel Gray? Yeah, see if Mel Gray wants to bring it out. So it's going to be 1 through 13 is going to be a touchback. And we get a 10. So he'll take a knee. All right, 1st and 10 at the 20 for Detroit. 9 minutes to go. Now down 10-7. And they'll start with an inside run. All right, a 32 and a 13. So it'll be Barry Sanders. 32 is CD. So Sanders up the middle. 53 for Barry. That's a 16, and he'll get 10 yards. All right, first and 10 at the 30. And they're going to stick with the run. This will be an outside run, but let's check first. And that will be Barry Sanders, so I'll leave it at inside run. 41 on your defense. It's an AS. So Barry up the middle again. 46 this time. That's a 24. He'll get 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. And stay standard. 12. It'll be a short pass. .42. It'll be Richard Johnson. He's an A. 42 is a CS. Make it a BS. So it's going to be Rodney Peete to Richard Johnson. With 31, that'll be complete. He'll get 8 yards and a first down. So Peete to Richard Johnson for 8. That's 1st and 10. 7.5. We're halfway through the second quarter. And we're going to, we don't like leaners. There we go. Outside run, but let's see who gets it first. A 25 and a 44. So that's going to be Barry. We'll stay on the inside run. 25 is AG. So Sanders up the middle. A 24 this time. That's a 22. And he will let's actually turn to the actual inside run. So that was a B. What was that? BS 25? Yeah, I'm sorry. AG. So Sanders against an AG. 24 is a 22. And 22, he will get 2 yards on this run. Make it 2nd and 8. And we are at 2nd and 8. They're on their own 44-yard line here. All right, 13. So Peete is going to try to throw here. We're having spam. I love when I get spam callers. Look at that. Spam. Suspected spam. Yeah, I don't think so. All right. So Peete going to throw for it. All right, a 46. 46 is going to be a BS. And a 44, that'll be Barry Sanders. He's a C, so make it a CS. And we're going to go Peete to Sanders. 43 is not good. That's a 31, and we have an incomplete pass with a penalty. We have a TH. We've already had 9 accepted penalties in this first half. Is this number 10? I think it is. It's going to be holding on the offense. That was incomplete. Yeah, you definitely take 2nd 8 over 3rd, or 2nd 18 over 3rd and 8. Absolutely. So we'll take the holding. Type of penalty. And it's going to be 2nd 18 now, back to the 34. And we'll go short pass heavy. It'll be a short pass. All right, a 45 and a 13. 13 is going to be Richard Johnson. 45 is a BS. Make it an AS. And Peete going to look for Richard Johnson. Oh, 65. That's a 22. And it's incomplete. That's 22. We're getting to the interception territory. Luckily, it was in the AS. And all right, so that's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 18. Peete to Richard Johnson. And let us go medium pass heavy here. All right. 62. It's going to be Dick Johnson again. He's an A. 62. It's an AS, so we'll stay right. Basically the same play. That's going to be it's a medium pass. I think I said medium. I don't remember. You know what? I don't remember what I rolled. And yeah, medium pass. Okay, so medium pass heavy, and it's going to be an AS. I'm not even sure if I did roll. All right, so Dick, it's going to be Pete looking for Richard Johnson. Oh, 16. That's a 26. Pete's going to run for it. A long way to go. Your original defense was AS. So Rodney Pete's going to scramble on the outside run. 13. He'll get 4 yards and get pushed out of bounds. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Lions. All right, so let's bring out, for the first time today, Jim Arnold to do the punting. And you get a 55 from Arnold. That's pretty good. 4. And he's going to kick this thing 54 yards. That'll go, I believe, to the 8. Pittsburgh can let it bounce, but I think they're going to try to take this back. Woodson's it's at the 8. Woodson's pretty aggressive. So he'll go with it. Let's see. Rod Woodson with a 44. That was a good decision. It's a 19. And Rod Woodson's going to get 13 yards on the return. And Pittsburgh's going to start 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Not 27-yard line. How many yards did he get? What did I? All right, hold on. Let's do this here. 50, 44. 44 is a 19. And he got 12. Right? 19 is 12. Yeah, he got 12. Okay. So they're going to start at the 20. All that to start 1st and 10 of their own 20. And they have, how much time? 6 minutes to go in this quarter. Okay. So they'll start 6 minutes. We can start standard. And they'll get an outside run. All right, a 63. That's going to be, is that Warren Williams? Yeah, it's Warren Williams. 32. 32 is not a good defense. It is a CD. So Warren Williams takes the carry. 66 for Warren Williams. That's a 15. And he'll pick up 16 yards. Maybe you'd like to see more than that on a 66. But you'll take the 16. And it's going to be 1st and 10 to 36 now for Pittsburgh. And we had a medium pass, or a short pass, I mean. So Brister, 6 for 14, needs to snap out of it. 2 for his last 7. 35. 35 is Mike Mularkey. He is a B. And 52, that's a CG. So Bubby to Mularkey, 62. Terrible dice rolls. It's a 19, and that'll be incomplete. So Brister can't find Mularkey. It's going to be 2nd and 10. 5:15 now to go. And we'll go short pass heavy. Oh, we're going long bomb. So Brister going to try to throw it as far as he possibly can. And they're at their own 36. So it's 49-15. And it's going to be 31. It's going to be Rodney Carter, who is a B on long passes. Their leading receiver. 42 is a CS. So not a lot of chances to complete this for the Bubster. Actually, any of his doubles, well, not 55. So he needs any doubles except for 55 to complete it. So here we go. 53 is not going to do it. 14, that is going to produce an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 10. All right, let's go short pass heavy this time. And we'll get a short pass. Brister now 6 of 16. At one point, I think I said 4 of 7, good start. So he's, 2 of 9 since then. 23. So 23 is going to be Rodney Carter. He's an A on short passes. 52 is a CG. Make it a BG. It's a much better defense to throw against. Brister to Carter. 15. That'll be complete. And that'll be a 1st down. He'll get 17. No, he'll get 18 yards. Look at 18 yards on the play. So Brister finds Carter for 18. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for Pittsburgh. And they're going to be all the way to Detroit's 46-yard line. Brister goes over 100 yards passing in this half. All right, so 4.5 to go. Let's just say standard. And it's going to be a short pass. 41. 41 is Merrill Hodge. He's a B. 55 is an AD. We'll stay there. So Brister to Hodge. 52, and Brister's going to get sacked again. That's a 4th time. He'll only lose 2. But that's the 4th sack against him in this half. I don't think Tunch Ilkin is doing his job. Lost my red die. Hang on. Oof, under here. There it is. Getting the sack is not Jimmy Williams. Chris Spielman, Ohio State's own. Chris Spielman. That's going to make it 2nd and 12 now. Back on the Detroit 48-yard line. Short pass heavy. And we're going to medium pass. All right, a 53. That's going to be Tim Worley. He's a C. Pittsburgh doesn't have much in the way of receivers. It's kind of sad. 15 is an AD. Make it a BD. Medium pass BD. Brister looking for the running back, Tim Worley. 63. Uh-oh. That's another fumble. 34. We have an F42. So, again, we'll test it. 1 through 4 means the fumble counts. And we have a 19. That fumble will not count. So let's use the F42 to determine the result of the play. 41. And he'll get 7 yards on the completion to Tim Worley. So it's Brister to Worley for 7. And it is going to be 3rd and 5 on the 41. 3.5 to go until halftime. I thought I was going to play the first quarter, but I just kept going. So, and on short pass heavy, they're going to get a short pass. All right, a 14. That'll be Lewis Lips. And 25. 25 is going to be an AD, so we're going to stay right at AD. So Brister looking for Lewis Lips. A 12. Oh, no, he's going to get sacked again. And he is going to lose 3 yards this time. That offensive line is not performing well right now for Pittsburgh. Who got this one? 5th sack of the game. 31. I think we're going to be on Jimmy Williams now. Yep, Jimmy Williams with the sack. And it's going to be 4th and 8 at the 44. I mean, you got to punt this. You can't go for 4th. Maybe it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 like I did before. But you can't. And you're not going to try a 61-yard field goal. I know Gary Anderson was a pretty good kicker, but I don't think he's that good. So let's punt it. Let's bring out Harry Newsome again. 41 for Newsome. That is a 14. And a 14 is not a happy number. And it's going to be, it's going to be a 32-yard punt with a fair catch. So he's going to get away with it here. It'll be fair caught at the 14-yard line, or the 12-yard line. So Harry Newsome, 32 yards. It's going to be fair caught by Walter Stanley. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Detroit. It's a 2:45 to go. They're thrown 12. Little 2-minute action offense here. They got all 3 timeouts. Let's go short pass heavy. And that's what they're going to start with. And they're on their 12, so let's back it up. Maybe they can get a field goal attempt here. All right, a 54. That's going to be not a good defense. That's going to be an AG. 15 is going to be Richard Johnson. So Richard Johnson against an AG. That's a good start right there for Detroit. Can they complete it though? 30, no, they can't. 34. We have 35. We have a 16-yard pass completion, but we have a penalty. So let's check it. That's going to be on the offense, and that's going to be holding. That's going to be half the distance. That is their 7th accepted penalty. And that's going to be half the distance on a holding call. And it's going to be 1st and 16 back at the 6. Now Pittsburgh's looking at their timeouts. Detroit's going to go short pass heavy. 15 is a short pass. All right, 14. That's not a good defense. That's a BG. 21 is Richard Johnson. He's an A. Make it an AG again. Basically the same play. And it's going to be complete by Rodney Peete, and this is huge. This is going to be 28 yards. Wow, it could have been so much better. It's going to be 28 yards. It will be a first down to Richard Johnson. 28 yards. And we got 2:15 to go. This play is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10. Let's go short pass heavy again. And we get a 4. That's a short pass. $53. Oh, look at that. Back to Richard Johnson. I mean, they're looking for the right guy. 53 is CS. Make it a BS. So Peete to Johnson. A 62. Uh-oh, we have a 24, and we have an interception. We have a W58. And a 12 on a W58. So Rodney Peete throws an interception at a really bad time, especially if this isn't very far. No, it's 6 yards. So Pittsburgh's going to have some pretty good field position here, especially with the return, if there is one. So Peete to Richard Johnson. 6 yards. It's intercepted. Who got it for Pittsburgh? 31. That's going to be Greg Lloyd, the defensive end or outside linebacker. I think he's an outside linebacker. Yeah, outside. Look at that. He's an outside linebacker 4. WR, W4, QS4. That's pretty good. Fort Valley State. Where's Fort? Oh, his birthday's the same as my mom's. He's exactly 13 years younger than my mom. Nice. All right. Here we go. A 22 for Lloyd. Oh, no. 8. And he is going to return it 28 yards. And he's going to set up Pittsburgh 1st and 10 at the Detroit 12. So Greg Lloyd turns this game around or shifts a little momentum here. And it's going to be at the 2-minute warning. They have it 1st and 10 on the 12. They have all their timeouts. I don't think they'll need him. They might need him. So let's go standard offense on the first play. You technically have a lot of time. It's an inside run. You don't have to throw it every time here. All right, a 24. 24 is Tim Worley. 66 on the defense. It's a CG, and holy cow, they were ready for that. 51 for Worley. That's going to do something. 17. Oh, he'll get 1 yard. Wow, that's what CG does to you right there. So Worley for 1, and they'll use that first timeout, and they probably won't run the ball again. 15. All right, 2nd and 9 in the 11. So short pass. Well, we have a short pass. So 55. It's Tim Worley again. 35. 35 is a CS, and we'll leave it right there. So Tim Worley, Bubby Brister, 22. 22 for the Bubster. And that's good for 13 yards, and that's a touchdown. This Bubby is going to hit Tim Worley for 13. And that will be a touchdown for Pittsburgh on the interception. They turn it around, make it 16-7. Check the extra point for Gary Anderson. 44. That'll be good. I'm not even going to look. Gary Anderson's probably a 5. Let's see. Is it a 5? Oh, it's a 39. 39 is good too. All right. 17-10. Bring out Anderson to kick off. And we get a 52. It's a 20. And Anderson goes 61. It'll be taken by the up back. It'll be taken by Walter Stanley. So 61-010 for Gary Anderson. And it's going to be taken at the 4. 44 for Stanley. Is he going to do something with it? I think he is. It's a 20. Oh, maybe not. That's a 24. Yeah, he'll get 15 yards. Wow, he must not be much of a kick returner guy. He'll get 15. And it's going to be first. Oops, what did I do? Oh, boom. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 19. A minute 15 to go. And they're just going to run the ball here. And we get an 8. We had an outside run. Let's see who it is. Yeah, it'll be Sanders, so make it an inside run. So 14. Pittsburgh's expecting a pass. It's a BD, but Barry Sanders will take the handoff. 16. Oh, 26. And he'll gain 1. And it's going to be 45 seconds to go. Same play. And 17, that'll be, that's going to be a short pass. So they're going to throw the ball here. All right, a 64. 64 is CS. 25 Sanders. No, 25 is not Sanders. What is Sanders? No, there's somebody at my door. Hang on. Jesus. All right. I do not need a free roof. We're good. Or not a free roof. I don't need a free roof inspection. We're good there. My roof's pretty new. All right. So 2nd down to 20. Again, we're just kind of running up the clock here. But they're going to throw. So 64 was a CS. 25 is Keith McDonald. I don't know who that guy is, but we're going to stay at CS because he's a B. All right. So Pete to McDonald. Oh, 33. He's going to hit him. It's 4. He'll get 14 yards, and he'll go out of bounds. Should I go medium pass heavy here? Pete to McDonald for 14. He went out of bounds. It's 30 seconds. They got time for one play. Let's go medium pass heavy and just see what happens. And it's going to be a short pass. Oh, man. All right, so 64. It's going to be Richard Johnson. 64 against a BS. So here we go. Pete to Johnson. A 42. It's a 14. And that'll be complete. It'll be 6 yards. And they're just going to go ahead and let the clock run out. For 6. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Pittsburgh 17-7 after that score and after that interception return. Only took them a couple of plays. Down 7-0. They fought all the way back. So I guess they were down 7-3. They fought back. And I'll get to the second half of this game later on in the week. But it was fun. I love playing these 1989 games, even when I get bad quarterback play like Bubby Brister and Rodney Pete. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll talk to you all next time.